So if you look at cloud and data center infrastructure today, it's highly centralized. And what we're seeing now is a rise of applications whose requirements just can't be satisfied by a centralized cloud infrastructure. If you look at it, there's fundamentally four buckets that where these requirements sit. One is latency, applications requiring lower latency like gaming. Another is bandwidth or bandwidth thinning, applications that have huge amounts of bandwidth and you don't want to pay to send it up to a centralized cloud. Autonomy, this is applications that need to be able to work if the connection is cut to the cloud, like a public safety application. And then the fourth one is data privacy or data sovereignty. I want to know where my data is. So this set of requirements and this set of applications that are driving those requirements need compute to be moved closer so those requirements can be satisfied. That's fundamentally what's driving the edge. So the biggest challenge with the edge is we're going from a model where we have huge data centers in small geographies to an inverted model where we have small data centers in very dispersed geographies. And it's a much different challenge in terms of managing that infrastructure. With a large data center, you can have a technician co-located with your data center, and if there's a problem, you've got someone right there. When you've got an edge situation where you've got lots of small micro data centers deployed in your neighborhood and in small buildings, you might have a tech that has to cover 20 of those. So these data centers have to be highly automated across compute, storage, and networking. With that, Pluribus focuses around automating the networking piece. So in all of these data centers, you have a rack of servers and storage, compute and storage, and they have cables coming out connecting to a top-of-rack switch. That's typically called a leaf switch, which in turn connects to a spine switch. And there's a lot of traffic that moves back and forth inside the data center and then eventually exits the data center. Pluribus is focused on automating the leaf spine infrastructure that's based on open networking, so open networking principles, software-defined networking, automating the physical network itself, network virtualization, which is creating an abstraction of the network completely in software, network analytics, so instrumenting that network, and then network slicing, so segmenting or slicing the network. All of these capabilities are required in a highly distributed data center infrastructure that you see with the edge. It's great to be here at Edge Global Congress 2019, and I find these events to be very valuable, not only from a networking perspective, but just really from a learning perspective. I sit in the audience, and every time I attend an event like this, I learn something new. It gives me a new insight, and then that in turn helps me make a connection and eventually will influence my company's strategy on how we approach the market.